Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is DaVinci Jeremy. I'm here joined with Ben Zhou, the CEO of BYBIT. Now, you know I've always talked about BYBIT on my channel. Now we have the CEO, and we're going to ask him a couple of questions. Like, first off, how you doing?
Very good. Thank you, DaVinci, for having me on the show. I've been waiting for your invitation to get on this show, man.
Awesome,
But no, I'm here to answer any questions the community and you have. Sorry, I have a little accident on the eye, so I couldn't open this eye, but hopefully you can see this good eye. Yeah.
Boating accident. That's how he lost all this crypto, too. In a boating accident.
Actually,
for tax purposes.
Actually, I had a fight with another exchange CEO. No, just kidding. Yeah.
So, my audience wants to know, how did BYBIT get started? Tell us the story of BYBIT. How did it all begin?
Yeah. So BYBIT started in 2018. I think that was a period where the window was open for many exchanges. However, a few lasted until now. But back then, 2018, I think everyone was still very spot focused right after the ICO kind of, and me, my previous background was Forex. So I ran a Forex exchange. And when I come into crypto, I think this is the future, the kind of the Web3. I'm sure you know about it. And as a trader, I was looking at the exchange where I can trade. At the time, the option was very limited. At the time, BitMax was the king. Yeah, and I just wanted to build a more user-friendly exchange that's really built for. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and so want a better user experience and have better liquidity for traders. No overload, everything works. So that's how we started the journey, and we kind of luckily gained some market share in 2021, where we pivot the strategy and became a overall exchange that has now spot, even BYBIT Earn, NFT, we have everything now. So yeah, so I think it's a very fortunate ride, and thanks to the industry, that's where we are today. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So when did you first hear about crypto? I heard about it in 2011, right?
Yeah.
And March of 2011, and that's when I was like, oh my God, I got to buy this.
Yeah.
How did you hear about crypto?
Oh, first of all, I wish I knew you before.
Everybody says that.
Yeah, and maybe BYBIT wouldn't exist. I would just be chilling, driving my Lambo. But no, I got in actually 17, the whole ICO kind of thing. Although a lot of people talk about 17 as a kind of a crazy period, but it really give imagination. There was a period when they say tokenize Coca-Cola, tokenize internet and everything.
Yep.
So you realize kind of the capability and the potential of the whole technology can literally potential decentralize everything. So that's when I really got into it, and then started BYBIT, so that's how I started, yeah.
Awesome. Now they're saying NFT everything.
Yeah, NFT, exactly. Tokenize everything.
So with FTX, right, happening, in the last few months, right, and people are like nervous about, exchanges. Investors are scared. Investors have been affected negatively because of what happened in 2022.
Yeah.
So how do you feel what do you suggest that investors do, right, in order to make sure that, this doesn't happen to them again?
Yeah. So I think this is a very good question. Yeah, I think FTX is an unfortunate event that happened. But a lot of people, come to me and says, Ben, do you think, how are we going to prevent this? I mean, my straight answer, I think bad actors will always happen in any industry.
Yes.
So it's not an industry problem, it's a bad actor problem. Actually, if you look at traditional finance, you have a lot more bad actors, even in extremely regulated space. So I think regulation is one side of the coin, but it's not all the answer. And I think moving forward, the industry is becoming more and more self-regulatory. So all the exchanges now requires proof of reserves. And I think investors are a lot more careful to choose exchanges, especially they want to look at proof of reserve. They would want to look at the daily volume. They want to see do they have trusted people working with the exchange. As a trader, I think don't keep the amount you don't trade with on the exchange, on any centralized exchange.
Obviously.
So, yeah, keep, obviously for a centralized exchange, it's a place you get liquidity and you get trading opportunities, but keep an amount only you need trade with on exchange. And also I think exchanges are now required to do more, and like Bybit, we're getting licensed. We're here licensed in UAE, so I think more of that will show more confidence to the investors.
Yeah.
And we are also working with custody solutions like Clearloop, MatrixPod, Fireblocks, all these guys to give investor ease of mind. Maybe they can use the third-party custody service to trade with Bybit.
Interesting, interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of those services before.
Yeah.
I should look into them and find out what they are. And share them with my audience.
Yeah, you should. You should, definitely.
Okay. So you mentioned regulation, right? You heard about the saber rally of the SEC.
Yeah.
Right? And, they're calling BUSD a what's it called? A security.
Security,
Wow. So I want to first off ask your opinion on regulation. Do you think it's good or bad, right? Or you think that it's positive for investors? And then how does Bybit have to act in face of regulation?
Right.
Because there's your opinion and then what you got to do.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Two separate things.
Good question. yeah, very good. Very, very spot on. I think number one, regulations is a good thing. I mean, you want the industry to be regulated because by regulating an industry, you're actually legitimizing the industry. The biggest question for everyone in the industry is, are we going to be completely legit? Are we going to be illegal, or are we going to be treated like, I don't know, gambling or drug kind of industry? But I think globally now we're seeing the US, Japan, all the big powers, right? China, Hong Kong, UAE, they're all regulating, meaning that this industry is becoming more positive, more legitimized, meaning that for regular users in the future, it will be very easy to buy Bitcoin through the bankings and all that. So I think, number one, I think everyone in the industry is welcoming the regulation, right? And the number two question is, how is Bybit position ourselves, right? So we have global influence in almost every single country. And we work with all the regulators globally. For example, the UAE, we're fully compliant. We have an office set up here. And the UAE requires us to do full diligence on our users and to offer the license and all that. So we're fully compliant on that. Many other regions, such as Spain, Netherlands, we're talking to them to gain the license. But again, the regulators are always moving slower behind the innovators. We see ourselves as the innovators. So our job is to push the limit and innovate with products. But the moment the regulator catch up, we will for sure work with them. And this has always been the Bybit strategy. So we got a few licenses already globally. We got Australia, New Zealand, UAE. We're working a few European licenses. So as the more comes, we're also talking to Hong Kong. We will be fully compliant and working that local solution for the local users there. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you heard about BUSD, right? And when I heard that, I was like, how can a stablecoin be considered a security?
Right.
When I own a stablecoin, I don't expect to be rich from that.
Yeah, no. Right.
So, in your opinion, do you feel that that's a security? And why would they think that it is a security, in your opinion?
Yeah, I think that's with the whole, because when you talk about regulation, it's always about which regulator you're talking about, because there's no regulator that regulates everyone, right?
True.
The US SEC is mainly talking about the US citizens, right?
Yes.
So number one disclaimer, Bybit, we don't operate in the US and we don't accept US clients. But I can understand why SEC is pushing forward, because obviously FTX happened and that made them kind of look very bad, right? And so they're actually regulating by enforcement right now. And I think BUSD, if we talk about specific BUSD, that's the Binance stablecoin, which I don't have the knowledge on the specifics, but I could see that I think probably SEC is going to gradually move on to every single stablecoin, including USDC and all these guys. But they probably have to submit the documents to SEC to prove that it's not a security and all that. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
So, do you think that might collapse the stablecoin industry?
I don't know, but spread your eggs. There are multiple stablecoins that you can use. You have DAO, you have DAI as well, which is a decentralized version of it. So I think spread your eggs. And as an exchange, we actually don't play any favors. We don't have our own stablecoins. So we try to work with all the stablecoin providers. And clients on Bybit can use it as margin to trade anyways. So yeah. but we want to be careful as well. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, moving on to Bybit again, right? I
Yeah.
wanted to know from your opinion, if you were to say Bybit is this, is it a place where you can buy and sell crypto, or is it a place where you trade to make money?
Right.
Which one would you consider Bybit?
I think previously we were a place to trade, but now we want to position ourselves as the gateway to Web3. I think that is the edge of a centralized exchange, is that we believe the whole industry will become 10 or 20 times bigger. Mass adoption will happen. How does it happen? It will require a centralized exchange to provide a mass adoption ready product for users. So we want to provide that one-stop shop for any users now. So whether they're buying and selling, whether they want to make a trade, or whether they want to explore in Web3 in a much easier fashion, this is our job. So I can give you an example. The last year, last bull run, the DeFi summer, I felt like it was very exclusive to very inner crypto core people. Like if we talk about uncles, aunties around us, they don't understand DeFi mining and all this stuff. So we are now building a product to be so easy for any retail, they can just click and participate in something that's very kind of deep in the jungle in crypto. So again, we are the vehicle to bring people to this wonderful world called Web3 or Metaverse or whatever. But we want to give you that so user-friendly, easy product, and they can use for whatever they need. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I've noticed that you've added a lot of different tokens,
Yeah.
a lot of different cryptocurrencies
Yeah.
to trade, and
Yeah.
also as spot as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And I see that Bybit is expanding. I want to ask the question: are you guys going to get into NFTs? Now, I did hear that you do have an NFT product, right?
We do, yeah.
And you might want to have my DAVITAR NFT.
We'll get it listed. we have to get this one listed.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Is that true?
So we have an NFT marketplace, but unfortunately, we've only finished the product in this beer run. So that's why I think a lot of people don't know Bybit actually have an NFT marketplace. And actually, one of the major projects we worked with last year was with the Formula One car. We are the sponsor of Red Bull Racing. And we actually managed to put an Azuki character on the Formula One car in the Abu Dhabi race. So that one kind of give a lot of fame on the Bybit NFT marketplace. But I think NFT is definitely the future because you have internet money, you need to have internet capital, internet asset. And
Yeah,
NFT is that's the core value of it. So I think it will go alongside with token and everything. So I think that's the future.
Agree 100%.
I like that NFT, by the way.
The DAVITAR. This is a Morpheus one, right?
Yeah.
Red pill,
Nice.
green, blue pill.
Very good.
Yes. This is great. I want to close off by asking you one last question. What's your favorite NFT? Not NFT, but crypto coin, token, or
Well, I only hold two.
okay.
You probably know which two. Bitcoin and Ethereum. So
No
yeah.
bit tokens?
Oh yeah, bit token for sure. For sure. But I don't want to be shilling, to your community too hard about bit tokens,
So no my bit. Just kidding.
Yeah. So Bybit is the biggest contributor of BitDAO, and they're actually launching a layer 2. By the way, I think the next bull run is gonna be the battle of the layer 2s. So I know Coinbase launched the base, and we have Mantle, which is launched by BitDAO. It's also a layer 2. But anyways, for my personal holding, I have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and of course BitDAO as well.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Right. Appreciate
Thank you.
it. All right.
Very awesome. Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, like, and head over to bybit.davincij15 today.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you.